Prop 22 won't save a single marriage, but it will hurt gay people. So if you oppose discrimination, vote no on 22. If you don't want gay people treated as second-class citizens, vote no on 22. And if you're against intolerance and anti-gay violence, join Senators Feinstein and Boxer, Al Gore and Bill Bradley, and California nurses and teachers in saying no to this hurtful, hateful ballot measure. No on 22.
The next best thing is the best there is. Critics are cheering Rupert Everett and Madonna. It's funny and fabulous, full of laughs, love, and tears.
Can you have a brother for my birthday?
The next best thing, rated PG-13, today, everywhere.
Who's independent enough to work with both parties to improve our schools? Bill Peacock.
Who's independent of special interests and will fight for affordable health care? Bill Peacock.
Who's an independent businessman dedicated to cutting waste and government inefficiency in Washington? Meet Bill Peacock.
I don't care about special interests or partisan games. What I care about is solving problems and getting results.
Want to solve our problems? Try independent leadership. Bill Peacock for Congress.
Propositions 30 and 31 could cost Californians $1.6 billion in higher insurance costs and damage California's economy.
These initiatives create cost increases that small businesses can't afford.
30 and 31 could cost the average Californian over $300 a year. The people hurt the most are the ones that could least afford it.
Personal injury lawyers wrote 30 and 31. They'll make millions, but we'll pay the price.
Say no to fraud and higher insurance costs. Vote no on 30 and 31.
Is this a warehouse? A prison? No. It's Bessie Carmichael Elementary in San Francisco, California. It's why we need Prop 26. Children attend classes in 30-year-old temporary trailers. The playground is constantly flooded. Space heaters are the only source of heat. And the school is so overcrowded, students can't focus on learning. Prop 26 will let us reduce class size and invest in our kids' education. Vote yes on 26.
A young Navy pilot who volunteered for duty in Vietnam, John McCain, was shot down over Hanoi. McCain refused early release from prison, where he suffered repeated beatings and was held 5.5 years. He returned home just as devoted to his country, taking on the establishment and defying special interests.
I'm going to give the government back to you, and I promise you that.
Ready to be president and leader of the free world. John McCain. Character, courage for president.
The man who brought us NYPD Blue is about to make television history again.
She's got a belly full of blood and she's still bleeding. Try some lidocaine and pray.
Blair Underwood, Vivica A. Fox, an all-new episode of City of Angels, CBS Wednesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, my thanks to Steely Dan, Jason Williams, and Angelica Houston. We'll be back Monday with Kathy Lee Gifford. Have a lovely weekend. Good night, everybody.
The Late Show is a production of Worldwide Pants Incorporated. This is Alan Coulter saying good night and drive safely.
Send potatoes.
We now join Craig Kilborn's pre-show press conference, already in progress.
Gentlemen, big show tonight, big show.
Craig, to begin, what an emotional month you've had. Some real highs and then some real lows. I'm thinking in particular of a high like the basketball game with Amanda Peet, which you won, but then a real low, the death of your beloved prop man, Tard Bartel, which happened during sweeps with millions of people watching. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that's a great question. You're not a regular here, are you? That Amanda Peet, here's what I do. I erase the highs and the lows. I stay right in the middle with the average, which is pretty much what the show is 5 days a week.
Yeah, fair enough. Bob Costas really let you have it in that last question about the highs and lows of late-night television. I'll do him one better. Have you ever been actually high for one of your highs on the show?
I always connected high with marijuana, the pot. I don't think scotch, you get high, you get buzzed. So the answer is no.
Craig, your show where you changed your name to Tender Vittles, that turned out to be your highest ratings in sweeps. A lot of the sports community, and by that I mean Jim McKay, think you sold out. Well,
it was a moneymaker. It's a business. I only did it for one show. You know, I love Jim McKay. I think what he did in the 60s and 70s with Wide World of Sports will never be duplicated, and that includes Sports World on NBC. But I just think it's the 90s. It might even be the year 2000 at this point, and it's time to make money. That's pretty simple.
Steve Barker, Fishing Monthly. How do you feel about using stink bait when jigging for crappie?
When jigging for crappie, I think it's only as a last resort. One more question.
All right, I've done some research, Craig, and since you premiered, you've had on 25 actors, 32 actresses, and 194 swimsuit models. Why so few?
Why would someone count, is what I want to know. Why? Because I wanted to get jiggy with the stink bait, I believe. Let's have a good show.
From the beautiful Hollywood Hills in Hollywood, California, it's the Late Late Show with Craig Kilbride. Tonight, actor, producer, superstar Danny DeVito. And from NBC Sports, the man who can do anything, Mr. Bob Costas. Plus jokes about releasing Free Willy back into the ocean wait, they released Free Willy back in the ocean? All right, everybody, yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Kilbride.